Today I'm broadcasting from one of my favorite places in this whole earth, Boulder, Colorado. Just look at that view behind me. That's the Flatirons, and I'm at Chautauqua Park. So a quick memory to share before today's topic. One of my favorite memories of my entire life is when I proposed to my wife Tiffany, and I did so directly overhead. It was in a glider plane flying above the Flatirons behind me. And it was a glorious day because she said yes. We just got done with a 2-week vacation here in Colorado, family vacation, and it's been spectacular. So we're now on episode 2 of the top 2 hurdles that high performers face. A week ago from Grand Lake, Colorado, I shared the hurdle of when high performers set their performance metric based upon what other people think their performance level should be, or based on what society sets as the performance metric. So you can tune into that episode about a week ago on LinkedIn or Facebook if you want to view that one. Today, the second hurdle we are going to talk about has to do with high performers again. And a high performer is someone who is just driven to perform in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing. But they are so driven to perform, and oftentimes it's just in one area of their life. And they will do everything it takes to perform well in that area. And that brings them fulfillment. It helps them do amazing things for society, for their families, etc. However, there is a hurdle that people run into, and it's when they only focus on performing well in just one area of their life. So for example, 8 years ago, I was 2 years into being an entrepreneur. And I was driven to create an amazing company that provided amazing services and had a great brand. And I was driven at all costs to do that. Tiffany felt that in our relationship, and it's because I had this singular focus. And what happens with high performers is they are so driven that they forget to care about those around them and also to care about themselves. And I really feel it's no fault of their own. And I've faced this my entire life. I care deeply about other people. I care deeply about relationships. And I care deeply about my own health and well-being. But oftentimes I sacrifice that because I became so driven, and that's what makes me tick. So with this hurdle, an example is when I was getting ready to propose to Tiffany. Before that, about 6 months prior, I made a conscious decision that I also have to perform well in this relationship. Sounds so weird. Now, at the base of that was me caring for Tiffany deeply and saying what comes first, my company or her. And of course, I chose that I loved her the most. But I had to focus on the same way I would focus on making my company great to help other people. How could I focus on making our relationship great? And this focuses on all different areas where a high performer, they should focus on high performance in all aspects of their life. As many of you know, at Expert Effect, we have a stress resiliency process where we have a team of 6 experts that focus on all these different areas of life. So a high performer, how can they perform well at sleep? How can they have the most restful, restorative sleep possible? We have a nutritionalist that helps them eat well and just be amazing at nutrition and the types of nutrition that they need for their body in that life stage. And the list goes on, a relationship expert, a strength and conditioning person. So the hurdle that high performers run into is they just focus and they're driven in one area of high performance, whether it be a sport or their company or a performing art. And other things falter. They have amazing amounts of stress, broken relationships, they perform well. So bottom line is focus on performing in all areas of your life. And I guarantee you that that area where you're really driven, you'll perform even better because you'll have a well-balanced life, fulfilled, you'll be taking care of yourself and taking care of others. I hope this helps, and if you've never come to Boulder, Colorado, you've got to come so that you experience this. There's some amazing hikes up there.